Welcome back to our channel TalkStream English. Let's start with practice and repeat after me. This conversation offers a glimpse into their contrasting perspectives, shaped by their unique experiences. Jane: It's so good to see you, Linda. How are you adjusting to city life? Linda: It's great to see you too, Jane. Honestly, it's been quite a transition. The pace here is so different from the countryside. How do you manage it all? Jane: It's definitely a unique rhythm. I've lived in the city for so long that it's become second nature to me. What aspects are you finding the most challenging? Linda: I think the noise and the constant activity are the biggest adjustments. Back home, everything was so quiet and peaceful. Here, it feels like the city never sleeps. It's both exciting and exhausting. Jane: That's one of the fundamental differences, isn't it? The city offers this constant buzz and energy, which can be exhilarating, but also overwhelming. I remember when I first moved here, it took me a while to get used to the noise levels too. Linda: How do you cope with it? Do you ever miss the quiet? Jane: Sometimes yes. I think it's important to find pockets of peace within the city. Parks, quiet cafes, or even a good pair of noise-canceling headphones can make a world of difference. It's all about creating your own sanctuary amidst the chaos. Linda: That makes sense. I've been exploring the parks around here. They're such a nice escape from the hustle and bustle. I've noticed that the city has a lot more to offer in terms of cultural activities and events. It's so vibrant. Jane: Absolutely. One of the biggest advantages of city life is the access to a wide array of cultural experiences. Museums, theaters, concerts, and festivals are all at your fingertips. It's a great way to stay engaged and constantly learn new things. Linda: I agree. I've already attended a few art exhibitions and a couple of plays. It's been wonderful. However, I can't help but notice the environmental impact of such a dense population. The pollution and waste management issues are quite concerning. Jane: That's a significant downside, I admit. Cities do generate a lot of waste and pollution. However, there are ongoing efforts to mitigate these issues. Urban planners and environmentalists are working on sustainable city models, promoting green spaces, and improving waste management systems. Linda: It's good to hear that there are efforts being made. I suppose cities have to constantly innovate to accommodate the growing population and environmental concerns. Jane: Precisely. The goal is to create sustainable urban environments that can support large populations without depleting resources or causing harm to the environment. It's a complex challenge, but there are many promising initiatives. Linda: Speaking of large populations, another thing I've noticed is how lonely one can feel, despite being surrounded by so many people. It's ironic, isn't it? Jane: It really is. Urban loneliness is a well-documented phenomenon. The anonymity of the city can make it difficult to form connections, even though you're surrounded by people. It's one of the paradoxes of city life. Linda: I miss the sense of community from back home. Everyone knew everyone, and there was a strong sense of belonging. Here, it feels like everyone is just passing by, engrossed in their own lives. Jane: That's a common sentiment, but it's possible to build a community in the city too. It just takes a bit more effort. Joining local clubs, volunteering, or participating in neighborhood events can help you connect with others and create that sense of community. Linda: I've started attending a book club and a yoga class. It's been helpful in meeting new people and feeling a bit more connected. Jane: That's great. Finding common interests is key. Once you establish a few connections, it becomes easier to navigate the city's social landscape. Over time, the city can start to feel like a small community too. Linda: I hope so. Another thing I've been thinking about is the impact of city life on mental health. The constant pressure and fast pace can be quite stressful. How do you manage that aspect? Jane: Mental health is a critical issue in urban settings. The stress and pace can definitely take a toll. I find that balancing my time is crucial. Setting aside moments for self-care, whether it's exercise, meditation, or just taking a break, is essential. Linda: That's good advice. I've been trying to maintain my morning meditation routine. It helps me start the day with a clear mind. Do you think the opportunities and conveniences of city life outweigh the mental health challenges? Jane, that's a tough question. I think it depends on the individual and their ability to manage stress and find balance.